Hey guys, what's up, it's iPhone here, and welcome to episode 23 of Warframes Beginner's Guide 2.0, and today we're going to be taking a look at the quest as well as what to do after you've started building the Murloc and different things like that there. So we're going to get straight into it this episode, no messing around. Today we're just going to be looking at the different quests that we can do. So the main ones that I have in mind are the Kubrow quest and the Archwing quest. The main reasons for this is these are more things to level up, so that was going to push our master rank up just a little bit further. And if you want to get like an idea as where I'm going with the series, if you're an experienced player and you're just watching this series to kind of, just see how I'm going and, give your own recommendations in the comments, which I know there are a lot of like experienced players out there that do watch these. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting us all to master rank 6. And getting us to master rank 6 is going to allow us to buy this weapon known as the Soma. If I can find it, it's right here. Now at the minute it costs 37,500 credits, which is pretty damn, it's a good offer. And the only reason I got that there is because if you play on the PS4, they implemented this new login system reward, where on PC you're able to get like a percentage off buying platinum from Warframe itself. So from the site itself, you're able to purchase platinum, and you're able to get these things called tokens of the Lotus, which gives you a discount on all of the platinum within the store. Now, on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, you're not able to do that because that would require DE and Sony to communicate, or Microsoft for that matter, to communicate a lot on which players like deserve this discount, and that's just a lot of hassle trying to communicate between two big companies, two big businesses, because it takes time to like filter emails and things like that there. So that just wouldn't be able to work on the consoles, because they'd have to alter prices for individual players, and that just wouldn't work because they have to update these stores at particular times to update for everybody. Whereas on PC, you're able to purchase directly from the Warframe website, and they're able to update your account instantly because they don't have to communicate with any other third party. So they implemented this system in where you can get coupons of the Lotus, and basically that gives you a discount on everything within the market. So that's why I have a discount on it, because I actually got that login reward today. So that's just a new implementation on the console. I can't stretch enough. Warframe is always going to be a changing game. It's still in beta, which is kind of insane. It's been out for 2 years. So it's always a changing game. Things are always going to change. So I can't stretch enough that if you're watching these guides like way later on in the future, maybe 2 years from now, so like 2017, a lot may have changed, especially like with the star chart. That's an upcoming change. So you really have to stay up to date with Warframe YouTubers, the wiki page, forums, and just, try to wrap your head around the game while you're playing it. Sort out, where is the best place to go and farm different things, make up your own little farming strategies and things like that there. So you can't always rely on other people giving you information, but these guys are a very good way of kind of getting your head around the game. So if it has changed, these guys should still be like a pretty decent guide for you. Maybe with the exception of the whole star chart things, maybe the exact locations aren't there. Maybe, voids won't work in the same way or something like that there. So, yeah, so enough rambling. I have the discount of the Lotus, and that's why that's all discounted. So, yeah, we're going on whenever we get Master Rank 6, we're going to buy this weapon known as the Soma, and it's going to be one of those weapons that is going to introduce us into modding for crit. And the Murloc weapon is going to be a weapon that is going to introduce us for modding for status. So, two different forms of modding. Status is modding towards your elements, increasing your status chance so you can proc things like fire damage, electricity stuns, freezing your enemies with cold, poisoning your enemies with toxin, things like that there. And then crit is all about just increasing your base damage to get as high as numbers as possible. So with this, with the Soma, I plan to show you how to mod for critical, and with the Murloc, I plan to show you how to mod for status, as well as get the mods that are required for doing both of these things. Your melee doesn't matter too much. It's all just about modding for your attack speed, increasing your damage, and also adding a life strike mod on. So yeah, you realize that I'm using mods, as in, I'm speaking to you in mods now instead of treating you guys like dummies. So borderline is we're modding for crit, and then we're going to be modding for status. So we're going to be getting dual stat elemental mods, which basically increase particular elements damage. So say 60% or plus 60% electricity damage, and also on that mod plus 60% status chance, so that's why it's called a dual stat, because it gives you plus to two stats, or it can give you negative, whatever. So that's what people refer to whenever they say dual stat elemental. They're talking about the electricity damage and status chance mod, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to get those, so stay tuned for that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going into the quest system of the game and looking at these two quests in particular. So we're going to be doing Howl of the Kubrow and the Archwing. Now to get Howl of the Kubrow, you're going to actually have to have killed the Jackal, which I showed you how to do earlier on in this series, and the Archwing, I'm pretty sure it's just a quest you already have. You may possibly have to buy it from the market, I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure it's one of those quests that just comes along. Yeah, it's one of those quests that just comes along with the game. So, there you go. So we're going to start up the Howl of the Kubrow quest, and I'm focused on trying to get a Kubrow, and then we're going to be focusing on the Archwing quest, because the Archwing quest is just that little bit harder. It's got more of a cinematic playstyle to it, but the Howl of the Kubrow quest is just another thing that you're going to be able to level up. I think it counts as a Warframe towards your mastery, so, and it levels up pretty quickly. So it's just another one of those things that you can take around with you and level up passively instead of having to worry about it. And then the Archwing is going to be something that you're really going to have to focus on, because they are trying to implement that into the game a lot. So if you guys want to stay up to date with the gear that I've actually got, I'm currently leveling up the Grikada, and I'm also building the Merlock at the minute. No, I'm not, because I need to get more polymer. So there we go. We have the Grikada, leveling this here up to level 30, and then I'm going to scrap this. You could also always keep hold of the Grikada, and then go ahead to the market, go into your secondary blueprints, and buy the Jewel Grikada, which requires you to have 2 Grikadas and a format, and then that'll allow you to go ahead and build that there. So I'll go ahead and buy that there blueprint, and then that's going to be another thing I can level up. So that requires me to build another Grikada, which I need the neurodes for, and some more polymer bundles. So that's going to be that. Just trying to plan ahead here, get as much mastery rank points as possible. Obviously, if there's any other weapons in here that are appealing to you, if I had to recommend some, if you could go out and get them, I would say maybe get the Latron, and then that'll allow you to build the weapon known as the Tiburon, because the Latron, you can level this up to level 30, and then the Tiburon will take a Latron to be able to build, so that's another 2 weapons that you're going to be leveling up. You could also build the Tigris, which is a pretty nice shotgun. Let's see, you could build the Cernos, which is a pretty nice bow. It's okay versus Corpus. You could build the Tonkor, which is also a pretty nice weapon, but it takes kind of iffy resources, so you have to kind of go out of your way to get those resources. The Comb's pretty decent. Let's see what else you could get. You could probably go in the secondaries, and you can pick up the Angstrom. That's a good weapon to get. You could pick up the Bolto. If you have a Leto, you can go ahead and buy the Bolto blueprint and buy a Bolto. You've already done the Haiku. You could go get the Spira. If you started playing the mission on Mars to get the Gallium, you could get the Spira. It's a pretty decent weapon. You could also go for, let's see what else. Decent weapons to recommend. There's not a lot of decent weapons within the market, but you always have access to your clan as well. You can go for the regular kunai if you haven't already. I'm pretty sure we have. I have no idea. No, we haven't. I have no clue. I've lost track. You could go for the Amphist. That's also a pretty good weapon for stunning enemies. Really decent. You could go for the Kronen, if that's in here, which I don't think it is. There they are. You need Argon crystals, so if you're playing Voids, you can get those. Kugake, they're pretty decent. You've already got the Jilzorans. The Cleavers are nice. The Cam is alright. Orphos, you've already got that. The Tipido. Yeah, you could get the Tipido. Tipido's actually a pretty nice one. You can buy the bow, and then buy the kunai, level those up to level 30, and then build the Tipido, because the Tipido takes those 2 weapons, so that's how that goes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The Gram's also pretty decent as well. So those are just some weapons that I recommend you guys getting. So yeah, you can invest into those ahead of time instead of waiting for me to show you guys in a video. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I completely forget what I'm doing. Okay, we're doing the Kubrow quest today. So I'm just actually gonna play through this quest with you guys. And yeah, that's just gonna be it. Howl of the Kubrow. Go and start it up. Remember, you have to kill the Jackal. And then Lotus is going to talk about incubator segment, blah, 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 blah. So now we have to go to Jupiter and get this incubator segment, and we're going to be modding for magnetic damage because that's just how we roll. Versus the Corpus, so you're going to want to throw on your Fever Strike, and right on this slot. Then you want to throw on your Northwind, then any other mods that may do cold damage or toxic. Oh wait, no, that's wrong actually. Pardon me. Northwind and Shock and Touch, and then throw on your Fever Strike for the extra toxin damage. And that's pretty much that there. Then anything else that'll kind of complement going against the Corpus, like Heavy Trauma if you have that. So mods that increase impact damage, or you know, Smite, Corpus, stuff like that there. I'm going to throw on a Critical Chance mod and Organ Shatter, because why not, you know? More mods the merrier, I guess. And I'm probably just going to go on with Trinity, because... should I go on with Trinity? Survival. I'll go on with Excalibur, because his Exalted Blade just kills enemies a lot faster. Let's go for Excalibur. I've actually got my Excalibur's energy color pink. I have no idea why, I just felt like it. I thought it looked cool. I'm going to actually put that on my Galatine as well, copy Warframe colors. And also here. And here, because, you know, why not? Whoa, that is strange looking Grakata, but whatever. Gotta have fun with the game, I guess. So we go in, Alera. This is just survival. I have no idea. I think it's 50 minutes we have to stay here for. We're probably, yeah, we're getting matched up with another player. I guess that's not too bad. He's playing as Excalibur as well. He's only Master Rank 3. He's not watching beginner's guides. Damn. So we'll see how we compare it up against this guy. He's went in, he's killed the Jackal, he's got this quest, and then he's kind of jumped straight into the quest, is what I'm saying. So we'll see how we compare up against him with our knowledge on the game. Damn, making competition with a Master Rank 3. What have I even turned into? I wish it would load though. I've got potato internet. Eight hours later. That frame rate though. Finally! Has he got potato internet, or have I got potato internet? I don't think I have potato internet. Those color schemes are almost as bad as mine. What? They don't match at all. Whatever. Let's go. Yeah, so this is a survival. We just gotta stay here for 15 minutes, and then we get the incubator segment, and then we can leave. So hopefully this guy knows what he's after. If not, then we're probably gonna have to do this again, because he'll go to extraction at like 5 minutes, like a derp. I'm just gonna stay in Exalted Blade for this whole mission. Hopefully. If I can. I have no idea if I modded Excal correctly. But I will. So yeah, pro tip with Exalted Blade, if you slide into a melee attack, you're going to get a miniature radial blind effect. Obviously not as effective as just hitting your radial blind, because you won't be able to proc the finisher, but it's still like a nice little stun effect that you have. Also another tip is, if you're trying to level up a weapon and you're running around and killing with Exalted Blade or Miasma on Saren, you're not going to be getting a lot of XP towards your weapon if you're killing with your Warframe abilities. So that's something to keep in mind. You might want to skip this part of beginner's guides, simply because I don't feel as if having a Kubrow is really worth the effort. Because you know you don't really get a lot out of them. You have to put a lot of time into obtaining mods to make them even slightly good, and even at that, you know, they can deal high amounts of damage, but you're giving up the utility of having a Sentinel. Like, the Sentinel can go and retrieve stuff for you in larger amounts than what a Kubrow can. For example, there's a Kubrow known as the Chesa Kubrow. There's different species of Kubrows, by the way. There's a Kubrow known as the Chesa Kubrow, and it can go retrieve stuff. It's basically a retriever Kubrow. That's how it was hinted at in dev streams. And it goes retrieve stuff for you, but the Sentinel, the Carrier, has stayed tried and true to most Warframe players. They haven't really migrated over to the whole Kubrow side of things. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you can do to make your Kubrow good and make it so that, you know, he lives longer, because he can die. Like, if you don't look after your Kubrow or you don't log into the game for a certain amount of time, he will die. So there's a thing to keep in mind. So if you're planning on going on holidays, you're gonna have to put your Kubrow in stasis, which requires you to come onto the game and do that, which, you know, not a lot of people can do. Not like everyone has the time to hop on the game every day and do that. So that's why they made a mobile app, so you can do things like that there. But still, maybe you don't have a iPhone or an Android phone handy, and you're stuck on Windows Phone, and that hasn't even been created yet. So, you know, they are trying to make sure that everyone has the most enjoyable experience. The developers are, but, you know, it's just something to keep in mind when going for a Kubrow. It's one of the controversial things that I just don't feel as if I personally need to invest in, like right now, like at the current state of the game. Maybe whenever I need more master rank points I'll do that, but at the minute I don't really feel as if it's too worth it. But for the lower level players who need that master rank boost, it's definitely worth it, because that's going to like jump you up. It's just basically going to help you skip a bunch of leveling with like lackluster weapons, so you can do that later on whenever you have more high level missions that allow you to level weapons up faster. So there's that. So that's why I want you guys to go ahead and get a Kubrow. So we're just going to be staying here until we get the incubator segment. I've already done 4 minutes of talking, so this video is probably going to be pretty long, and I'm kind of debating right now whether I should keep this whole survival in or not. So if this randomly gets cut, it's because I felt like I didn't need to put in this full survival. So there's that. Unless I like want to talk about something while I'm playing the survival. Maybe cut stuff out, because this is going to increase my rendering time a lot if I make this video any longer than it is. So yeah, there's going to be that. I beat him. I'm happy with myself. I beat him Master Rank 3. So we got the incubator segments. I thought I had to stay for 15 minutes, but I actually only had to stay for 5. So yeah, there's that. I also have a message in my inbox. I want to see what that's for. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just the quest message. So that's not too bad. So you go down here and you install the incubator segment, and then that should be that there. Done. So now you need to go get an egg. I'm pretty sure you need the power core also, which you can buy in the market for a particular amount of credits. I think it's under gear. Is it? Sometimes I don't even know. Kubrows, they'll be on their Kubrows. Yep, 50,000, so I don't even have enough. So you're going to need to buy this, so you're going to have to get 50,000 credits somehow, and then you're going to have to go to Earth, and you're going to have to destroy Kubrow dens. So I'm going to play the solo this time, and it'll say that you have to play E Prime, but what you can actually do is you can play it on Mantle. So what I suggest doing is go on the Mantle, regular mission, Grineer, and then start this here up. So if you go to Mantle, basically what this allows you to do is it allows you to bypass the whole exterminate part of the mission, so it just speeds up the farming of the Kubrow egg faster. And to get the Kubrow egg, you have to destroy Kubrow dens. So what you have to do is you go in here, you destroy the Kubrow dens, you capture the target, you leave, and if you were to do the exterminate mission, you'd have to go in, kill all the enemies, destroy the dens, and leave. So you're getting about, like, I don't know, 30 to 100 enemies, depending on the amount of equipment you have on. I have no idea how much enemies there is on that mission, but you know, it just bypasses all the enemies that you have to kill, and you can kind of just sprint through this mission. So these are the Kubrow dens you have to destroy. Let's go ahead and destroy them. They have a chance to drop a Kubrow egg, not guaranteed. It'll be glowing with just like a rare mod would. So you just kind of have to go through this mission and look for those Kubrow dens. If you don't find them, well, all you have to do is restart. So it just like kind of speeds it up in a sense. so you don't have to stay and kill every enemy. So now I can just go ahead and leave the mission now if I really wanted to. But what we can do now is just go around and look for those Kubrow dens,
Your part is done here, Tenno.
which is pretty handy. If I'm able to find them, that is. There should be some in this area as well. You're not going to get the same tile set all the time. Throwing that out there. Should be some in this place. Finding any. Which is odd. So just kind of look at all corners of the map, see if you can find any. Oh, there's some. I'm blind. Kubrow down. Kubrow down. Didn't get anything. You can also go ahead and buy a Kubrow den or a Kubrow egg for 5 plat if you're really that lazy, but or not 5 plat, 10 plat. But I wouldn't recommend it. It's not really worth it. Tunnel system. So we're gonna go ahead and search for some more Kubrow dens. Try to get the egg. And then if not, probably just extract out of the mission. No point wasting your time. So just look for all the Kubrow dens in the map and then extract. And then that's going to allow you to be able to build, or not build, incubate a Kubrow. So still no drop. Still no drop. So it is going to take some time to get the Kubrow egg. I think it's like 6% drop chance? 6 or 20, I'm not too sure. It's not very common, I'll tell you that much. I've only seen it by 16 drop. So, not something that you see every now and then. But if you play a lot of Earth missions, like just playing Lua on Earth, you know, they can drop from there. They can drop from any mission that has a Kubrow den, to be completely honest with you. They also spawn up here. Nope, they don't. Sometimes they spawn up here, sometimes they don't. No idea why they didn't, but that's pretty much going to be it for this video. We haven't got the Kubrow yet, but I'll continue that. I'm going to go ahead and farm for that egg now. So hopefully I got that there, and then that'll be ready for next episode. And also going to farm up the credits for that fusion core, and not fusion core, power core, and then that's going to be that. So, and then hopefully by the next episode we should have the Merlock building. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed and want to see more content from me. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I messed up that intro. I apologize. See you guys in the next video.